Please make sure you have your copy of the assignment Calorimetry High Temperature Measurement. What we're going to do in this experiment is try to find out how hot is the flame in a Bunsen burner. So let's take a look at the procedures on the front. First thing to do, take a little steel nut and put it on a balance to find its mass. Now if when you're looking at the balance it doesn't say 0, there's a button that says tare or 0 on it. Push that button and make the balance say 0, and then put the nut on the balance so that you can find its mass and write that down. And then set that aside. The next step, we're going to weigh or find the mass of the oil that you're going to be using. And so where you have a cup with a foil baking cup in it, the reason for the foil baking cup is because when you put the hot piece of metal into the calorimeter, you don't want it to melt through the styrofoam. So there's a foil cup already put in there, and what you do is put that on the balance, and we want to subtract the mass of the cup and the foil baking cup. So push the tare button and the balance will say 0, so that automatically subtracts. And then measure out 50 milliliters of the oil and pour it right into the baking cup. Please do this neatly without making a big oily mess. Then read the mass that it says on the balance. It will not be 50 grams. Oil has less density than water, so the same volume has less mass. Okay, so now we'll take this and carefully put that into your calorimeter. You can raise up the thermometer and just put the cup down in there. When we're all done, just leave the cup in there. Don't take it out. Let me get that so that we can avoid spills. Lower the thermometer down into the oil and find the starting temperature of the oil in the calorimeter. Next, we're going to take this nut and we're going to heat it up in the hot flame of the Bunsen burner, and then we'll put it into the calorimeter and measure the high ending temperature. Okay, so what I did was I took the steel nut and I hung it from a wire in the hottest part of the Bunsen burner flame. When you look at the flame, you'll see there's a bright blue cone in the middle of the flame. Right at the tip of that is where the hottest part of the flame is. So I positioned this to get the most heat transfer from the flame, and now I'm going to do the dangerous part, which is to take that hot piece of steel and put it into the calorimeter. So first, get your calorimeter ready, open up the top, and you're going to carefully lower the piece of hot metal into the oil and then put the top on and cover it with the top and get the thermometer ready. So carefully, without dropping it on anything, you can just hook that in there, put the top back on, thermometer down in, and swirl it around a little bit to distribute that heat, and watch the thermometer temperature rise. And when it gets to its highest point, then read that ending temperature, write that down, and then just leave this to cool. I'll come by and get that cleaned up.